Board of Zoning and Adjustments of the City of Decatur is now in session. You are before the Board of Zoning and Adjustments today seeking special consideration to an ordinance based on special conditions or the literal enforcement of an ordinance will result in unnecessary hardship for you, or there's been an error in the enforcement of the ordinance. It will require 4 favorable votes from the board to approve any request presented today. Please come forward when your name is called and state your name, address, and what you would like this board to do. All cases will be called in the docketed order. Once your case has been heard, you are free to leave. Please call the roll.
Lane Dean.
Here.
Brad Townsend.
Here.
Jesse Ayers.
Here.
Mark Curry.
Here.
Mike Mauer.
Here.
Are there any corrections to the minutes of the last held meeting? Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Please call the first case.
Case number 1, application filled Teresa Jones for termination is allowed for section 2593B as defined in Article 4. This is amended in order to operate a group nighttime care facility operating, the property is located at 620 Pumpkin Drive Southwest. Property is located in R2 single family zone.
Okay, my name is Teresa Jones. I live at 620 Pumpkin Drive, Southwest. Sorry, I'm nervous. I have a daycare right now, and I'm trying to extend it to 12, and also overnight, 6 kids.
Okay. You cannot have 12 kids during the day. We cannot authorize that. You can have 12 after school, basically.
Okay.
And help me out,
From 2 to
people, from 2 to 7.
2 to 7, basically after school care.
Okay.
They allow it in your zone. You can have up to 12 kids, and that's under the group daycare designation.
Yes.
Yep. And then from 7 beyond that, it needs to come back down to 6 kids.
Right.
Yep.
And before 2.
And before 2.
And before too.
We don't have the power to authorize 12 based on your zoning. So even if we wanted to, we cannot authorize for 12 kids based on the zoning of your house. But we can do from 2 to 7, you can have 12. So after
Okay.
school is
Okay.
what that's kind of meant to be. And then
Okay.
you can have the 6 kids overnight and 6 kids up until 2 p.m.
Okay.
Are there questions from the board? Comments from the public? Comments from the building department? Comments from the planning department?
No comment.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Motion to vote.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Lane Dean.
Yes,
Brad Townsend.
Yes.
Jesse Ayers.
Yes.
Mark Curry.
Yes.
Mike Mauer.
Yes.
you have been approved.
All right. Thank you.
Case number 2, application for Barry Strong, St. Andrew's Church for a 14-foot front yard setback variance in section 25-2C1, the zoning ordinance, and 35-foot side yard setback on both sides of the building, section 25-10-2E1 from the zoning ordinance in order to operate a daycare located at 105 Memorial Drive, Northwest, property located in R4 multifamily zoning district.
My name is Barry Strong. I'm representative of St. Andrew's Church. My wife and I, Demetra Strong, we started 20 years ago, just her and I. And we started a daycare center and to help with the youth in our community. And what we did, as we grew up, we needed more space, so we purchased a modular building and we put it on our property that we've owned for 20 years. Our church and our daycare sit about 16 feet from the property line. The church does, and the daycare, existing daycare does. So we have property next door, which is the same property, and we put our modular building further back from the road line than the church, existing church that's been there for 100 years, and the daycare that's been there for several years. We went back further, we went back 21 feet. But the requirement was 25 feet. It was supposed to go back 25 feet, but we went back 21 feet. So we're 4 feet over the line that we were supposed to be over, only 4 feet. So that put us 21 feet from the road, which our existing church is 16 feet from the road, and our daycare existing is 16 feet from the road. So we're back very far. And so we need permission to operate our building so that our older children can have an activity center and a bigger room to play from. And it make it so much easier when women have infants like 3 months old and 2 months old, that they have a short commute from the sidewalk to come into the building, rather than have to walk all the way on our property with a 1-month-old baby, and it could be raining or something to that effect. So it's just so much convenience for the parents if y'all would allow us to do that. And we've worked with Mr. Polk, and he's been so kind to us to help us in every way that he could. And this gentleman, Mr. Williams, at the zoning department, they've worked very well with us and helped us to move forward as much as they possibly could. But we ran into a snag when we found out that we were 4 feet over the distance that we were required to do. And so we're just hoping that y'all would kind of understand where we stand with this and kind of help us so we can move forward to have more after-school children able to come participate in our programs and more infant babies to be able to participate as well. Thank you.
And it's the application you have signed, Bob? If not, we need to get him to sign his application. But questions from the board?
So if I understood it correctly, the building you placed now is still further away from the street than the current buildings?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Comments from the public?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Comments from the building department?
What do I sign, sir? Okay.
The only thing I'd add is that, currently, Strong, we have a couple of signs that are located on the property.
Yes, sir.
They're in violation of the zoning ordinance.
Yes, sir.
We need to get those corrected before we're able to issue the CO for the daycare.
Yes, sir.
All right, if you have any questions on that, you can just come talk to us.
You just let me know what sign, I go move them now.
Yeah, I mean, well, basically, all the signs are in violation. The ones on the corner, the one for the People's Market, the one for the daycare, none of the signs that are on the building have permits. The one for Loveless Heat and Air at the corner, they don't have permits. You can't get a permit for those are considered off-premise signs.
Well,
They all need to be removed.
well,
The one on the building can remain so long as you get a permit for it.
so can the signs remain if I get a permit for them?
Those signs can't remain, because they're not on that property where it's located, the building's located. The separate parcel that you have for where the daycare is the only place you can put advertisement for the daycare.
Right in front of the daycare building?
Right, and the other, where the playground is, on the fence, you can't advertise, put signs on that, because there's nothing there. There's not a business there.
Well, I'll say this, I'm gonna move them, but they've been there for about 15 years and no one brought that to my attention. I would do nothing to violate the city that I
Right.
know of. So if somebody had told me, I feel bad because
Yeah.
they've been there for 15 years.
Well, the one for the People's Market hadn't been there that long.
Well, no,
It just-
that one hadn't been there.
And Loveless hadn't been there that long. It just got put up here.
You know,
It's probably been about 6, 8 months, but it's been a while.
and he
But
took the,
He should know
he
that he should put those signs.
He
there.
took the liberty of just doing that his own self. He did some work at the church for me. Next thing I know,
Right,
he got a sign up. So I'll take it down. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
uh-huh.
Any other comments from the building department? Comments from the planning department?
No comment.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Make the motion to vote. I'll second.
Please call the roll.
Brad Townsend,
Yes.
Chester Ayers,
Yes.
Mark Curry.
Yes.
Mike Mauer.
Yes.
Elaine Dean.
Yes. Y'all have been approved.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yep.
On our way to take the signs down.
Well, just so off before you get to CO.
Good day. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Get those signs down.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Case number 3, application to build Travat signs for 180 square foot, variance from section 2577E2 in order to install a sign consisting of 2 letter sets, 45 inches in illuminated letters. In order to be seen from the highway, the property is located at 23366 Bibb Garrett Road, Tanner, Alabama, 35761. Is located at M1 Light Industrial Zoning District.
Thank you, Board. My name is Ken Comer. I'm with Travis Signs out of Huntsville. We have been contracted to hopefully install some signs for Inline Electric out of Huntsville out on Bibb Garrett. They are leasing approximately 250 linear feet of space out there. There's no visibility, adverse effects on visibility because of the distance from Highway 65, the allowance of 150 square feet. We just didn't feel like that would be a readable height letter from the highway. It's a couple of hundred yards from Interstate 65. So Bruce had asked us to go ahead and pursue with trying to get a sizing variance. The signage is going to consist of 2 letter sets on 2 sections of the building with an illuminated cabinet in between. It says electrical on the left-hand side, then a illuminated cabinet that is just their logo with no words, and then on the right side of it, it says electrical. And so they're asking for a sizing variance and trying to get it installed as soon as we can.
All right, questions from the board? Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
No comment.
Comments from the planning department?
No comments.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Motion to vote.
Is there a second? Please call the roll.
Jesse Ayers?
Yes.
Mark Curry?
Yes.
Mike Mauer?
Yes.
Lane Dean?
Yes.
Brad Townsend.
Yes.
It has been approved.
Thank you very much.
Application number 4, application to fill Peyton Moore for a 26-foot rear yard setback in variance from section 2510-10-2D of the zoning ordinance in order to build an attached garage located at 213 Cherry Street Northeast, property located in the R3 Single Family Historic District.
I'm Peyton Morris with D.H. Morris Development, 5519 Indian Hills Road, Southeast. I'm representing Joseph and Alicia Ryan of 213 Cherry Street Northeast. We're requesting a 26-foot rear yard setback to build an attached garage. The issue right now is that there was a previous garage on the property attached to the house that was closed in to use as living space. So now there's not a garage on the property. The new owners would like to add one. The current the zoning ordinance would allow a detached structure to be 5 feet from the property line. But the issue with that is access in and out of the garage would only allow 1 car use.
All right. Questions from the board? The pictures helped a lot. This made it easy to understand.
Does this have to be approved by the historical?
Yes, so if we approve it, you still have got to get approval from the historic committee.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, as long as you know that. All right, any other questions from the board? Comments from the public? Comments from the building department? Comments from the planning department?
No comment.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to vote.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mark Curry?
Yes.
Mike Mauer?
Yes.
Lane Dean?
Yes,
Brad Townsend?
Yes.
Jesse Ayers.
Yes.
it's been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Case number 5, application for the Bruce College for Calhoun Community College for a 341 square foot area variance in order to install a new building sign 23 by 18 foot. Property located at 250 US Highway 31 Town, located in ID Institutional District.
All right, my name is Bruce Causey, Facility Director at Calhoun Community College. brought a little visual aid. Currently, this is the sign that we have. It's, the screen size of it is set as about 6.5 feet by 15. It's the screen size. And what we're wanting to do is that went out. It was constructed in 08. It's no longer working, so we want to replace it. And if you all know my president, Dr. Hodges, I mean, bigger is better. So we're going with a bigger sign. My application, my cipher must have been wrong. 23 by 18 is a lot bigger than what I'm doing. I'm just going to be doing a 15 by 22, but that comes up to about 330 square foot sign. It'll be on both sides.
Do you know what the size is of the existing with the brickwork? And
I do. It is 2 feet. Now down there at the base, so it's about another, so it'd be about 25, 26 feet down at the bottom of the base.
So basically, you're not really going that much.
No, we're not. In fact, we're
Outside
staying
of the
within
footprint.
that. The unistrut we're going to do to hang these signs on, it will not extend out any further. And that's a CMU built. I mean, it's so overbuilt. And then it got brick veneer on it. I mean, it's got massive footers. So, I mean,
It's just the screen size itself.
That is
that's getting
correct.
bigger.
when this was built, the digital technology, it was, I mean, this was very expensive for this little sign. So we're paying a lot less for one now.
How many channels do you get?
Well, you know, I don't get into that, but they'll fill it up, I guarantee you.
All right, you asked for 23 by 18, but you need 15 by 22, so that's okay, since it's
Yeah.
smaller than what was advertised.
Right.
Okay, just clarifying. Any questions from the board?
No, no question.
Comments from the public? Comments from the building department? Comments from the planning department?
No comment.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Motion to vote.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mike Bauer,
Yes.
Blaine Dean,
Yes,
Brett Townsend,
Yes.
Chester Ayers,
Yes.
Kirk.
Yes.
you have been approved.
Appreciate it, thank y'all.
Case number 6, application to fill Decatur champion of Decatur for an 11-foot setback from variance from section 2577E3 of the zoning ordinance in order to remove a pylon sign so traffic will flow better, not impede traffic within Highway 31 South. Property located at 3831 Highway 31 South, B2 zoning district.
Yeah, Nathan Tomberlin, Pure Right McAnally, 310 8th Avenue, Decatur, Alabama. I am here representing our client, Champion of Decatur, asking for a 11.5-foot setback variance for an existing sign that's needing to be relocated due to a driveway realignment that was required by ALDOT. Recently, our client just annexed into the city of Decatur, so the signage did not currently meet the current ordinance as it is written today, but we are moving the sign back. We're pushing the sign as far back as we can without getting into existing drive aisles and asphalt. So the sign's going to be placed further back than what it currently is now. It's the same existing sign that's out there. We're just putting in a new footing and moving it back as far as we can, and we need to ask for an 11.5-foot setback variance in order to do that.
If I remember right, now you're flipping it.
We're going to keep it the same orientation. I think originally when we submitted it, it was sort of a worst case scenario that we could push it back as far as we could, but the client wanted to keep the same orientation just because that's the way it was designed and that's the way it looks better from the traffic
Okay.
with the flag facing outwards, which put it at 18.5 feet from the right of way. Currently, it's right at 11 feet from the right of way.
All right. Questions from the board?
No, no question.
Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
No comment.
Comments from the planning department?
No comment.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Motion to vote?
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Please call the roll.
Lee Dean.
Yes.
Brad Townsend.
Yes.
Justin Ayers.
Yes.
Mark Curry.
Yes.
Mike Miles.
Yes.
Been approved.
Thank you.
All right, case number 7, application bill of Maria Hernandez and Martina Hernandez for a 10-foot lot width variance from section 2510-9 Suite F. In order to create 3 new lots at 1314 and 1318 Spring Avenue. Property located in R2 Single Law Zone.
Do I have a motion to dismiss case number 7? Is
Motion to dismiss.
there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say yes.
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 All right, new business. We need to vote on whether or not to have a meeting in the month of December, which would be December 26th, the date after Christmas. I guess please call the roll. And we'll vote that way. Huh?
Sure.
Please call the roll.
Oh, call the roll. I thought y'all was doing it all for one.
But we needed a
So, motion to vote on December,
26th.
board meeting on December 26th.
I'll second.
Now please call the
All
roll.
right, Lee Dean.
No.
Brad Townsend.
No.
Justin Ayers.
No.
Mark Curry.
No.
Mike Miles.
No.
All right, let the record show we will not have a meeting in December. We will have November as planned and then resume in January. We have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'm second that.
All in favor? Leave.
All right.
Thank y'all.
Well, that was pretty good.
See you next time.
Everybody happy.